In your mind, just go ahead and ask. So as Einstein told already, I've been here for 4 weeks only, a little bit more. So I don't speak Norwegian yet, but I'm planning that with every next meetup, I'm gonna be more and more fluent in Norwegian. So hopefully, like after another 10 meetups, I'll be speaking Norwegian. I really enjoy being here. So the country has been really nice to me. Everybody here in Metronet as well. What is my story? I come from, my name is Kaspars, and I come from Latvia, which is, if you know, it's in northern, it's not Scandinavia anymore, it's eastern part of Europe.
Russia.
It's not into Russia yet. So, we're something in between. I've been working with Wordpress as a hobby for more than 5 or 6 years. It all started just by willing to have my own blog. So I downloaded WordPress. I used many other systems before, like Drupal and the TextMate, was it? No, the other one. But none of them really fitted to what my idea was of how I want to do that blogging thing. So I started out by just editing theme files. So after a week of having a WordPress site, I had already built my own WordPress theme, and I was already publishing my posts and writing my blog using that theme. So a month came, and some people I started to offer to download these themes for free for other people, and surprisingly, a lot of people did that. So that's how my WordPress career began, and so I was freelancing until I came here. So this is my first office job, as in real office job. What I've done before is, before I came here, we run a family business. We are building electric race cars and going in rally races like this. So this is from the last year Dakar Rally. Do many of you know what Dakar Rally is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, we built the world's first electric race car. That's my family, my dad, my brother, and so we reached the finish, which is like after 8,400 kilometers, driving in conditions like you saw before. That is 2 weeks event. We drive every day from morning to evening, and sometimes from morning to morning to morning, like the last 5 days of this rally in particular. So when I came back from the rally, I arrived in Riga, the capital of Latvia. My tenant, when I was renting my flat, said that he's selling the flat. So I had to move out. 2 days after that, Ryan sent me an email saying, what's up, do you want to come and work at Metronet in Norway? And I didn't have a plan of doing it at all, because I was building these race cars. It was a family business, but after giving it a thought for a day, I decided I want to come here because I just want to experience working in a real company with real colleagues, and when the workday starts in the morning and ends at the afternoon, not at night.
You're right.
Especially when you build or do something like that. So I was. That's how I got here, basically. Ever since I've been here, it was really busy, doing stuff, client stuff, building plugins and building themes. This one plugin that I'm going to talk today is the one that I've finished since I arrived here. So we are actually using it on one of our projects, and I'll be sitting here down. I'm not going to be standing because I'm going to be showing you how you install the plugin and what you can do with the plugin. So before we can do that, I wanted to know how many of you have a blog. Can you raise your hands? Okay. How many of you have edited a theme file or just opened it? Cool. And how many of you have created a theme from scratch? Very nice. Okay. I was told there are going to be people who haven't edited a theme file, but apparently most of you have, so I'm pretty happy that you are. The idea is the following. So we'll start off by just installing WordPress. That's what everybody does. Is there anybody who hasn't installed WordPress himself before? No. That was a wrong hit. Okay, so I'll do it quickly. just so that it's done. And what we're going to do is we're going to build a movie site. So for example, if I was a movie fanatic, not a race car fanatic, I would like to create a site or a section on my site where I can list all the movies that I've watched, including my favorite actors, and my own review of the movie, including the rating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this my movie ratings blog. Admin, usually should be safe, admin password. Okay, installing this. So we log in. Now, the plugin that I showed you here, you can actually get it from me right now. So I'm going to go there and download the plugin. So it's stored on GitHub, which means you can post bug reports if you have any. You can submit patches to the code if you want, and you can view the source easily, and you can also download the code here by clicking the zip file here. So we're going to do it right now. And then go back to our WordPress install. Dismiss this. And add a new plugin. There is the upload button where you can upload any file that you've downloaded. The good thing about my plugin is that it includes automatic updates. So when I release a new version, you're going to get automatic updates, although it's not hosted on WordPress.org. It's in a really rough condition right now, that I wouldn't use that on a production side for most of the features probably, but some of them definitely, because we're using it already. So it's called Simple Attributes. And the idea is the following, that if you wanted a movie site, you want to add a poster of that movie, right? You want to add the title, and you want to add actors which started the movie. If you would do with the standard WordPress post type, you would get title box and then this big huge text edit box where you can put everything in. You have to format it yourself. If you want to change it later on, you need to go through all the posts that you have created and do it again. So what this plugin allows you to do is, let's go to the post thing. So to all posts and pages, it adds this submenu there, which is simple attributes. So what is an attribute? An attribute, for example, is so we're talking about the movies now. So we're gonna create a new group of attributes called movies. Movie. And we can add different types of things that you can enter upon editing the post. So let's say I want to add actor. Obviously doesn't. So to get a better understanding of how it's going to work, I watched Ryan's presentation from the previous time, and I saw that his plugin didn't work. And I was like, haha, that is going to definitely work. There's no bugs in it. I've tested it. So I actually stayed up a few nights for the past 2 days doing this, creating this. So I'm surprised it doesn't work, but it actually will work on your side. So no worries about that. So movies. Should work with this one. It did. So you add a new label called movie poster. That should be an image. You add okay, movie posters. Let's do it like that. So imagine if you want to add. So what this does is, when you go to add new page, it creates this custom meta box up there, down there. It's called movies. So you can actually go and upload a movie poster. Let's download a new. What's this? Let's download this file so we can use it. Save it, and there we have it. So imagine, so we have only one poster right here. This is like the featured images that you would normally have. So you can add only one featured image. So what this plugin does is it allows you to create a multiple instance meta box where you can add as many items as you want. So if you wanted to create a slideshow and add multiple images for the page or post that you're using, you can easily do that by just going back to the simple attribute setting for this particular post type, which is pages in this case, and check this multiple box here. So what this does, saves. You go back to your pages. It's in here. So I'm going to enter this Titanic. And what you have here is an add new button. So you can add unlimited amounts of photos or images to this particular post and then use it in a standard way later in your template. There are other plugins that do that, but this one is the most efficient one in terms that it takes the least server resources to actually generate this metadata that you've attached to the post. And the way it is structured helps you use that data in whatever way you think is possible. You can sort by this data, you can search by this data, so it's very easy, and it kind of adds this layer of semantics over the standard WordPress posts. So you have content where you can add specific types of things that you want, not only this big content box that you have there in general. So it also includes the choose from existing box, which means that if you've previously already uploaded something, you don't have to upload it again. And this is what WordPress doesn't offer you by default, is this simple this simple button where you click choose and it updates the thing with the new image that you've chosen. So let's look at other things that you can add here. We can definitely add a movie poster. We have a movie poster, but we don't have a description for that poster, right? So let's add a description for the poster, because we have multiple selected. So it means for every item we're gonna get multiple posters and multiple poster descriptions. Text. There you have it. For every poster, you can add a poster description, or add a new poster with all the same attributes that you've previously selected there. So that's the nice thing about this plugin. It allows you to have these multiple things where you can add unlimited data there. For example, if you wanted to add if you were building a recipe site and you wanted to list all the ingredients for that item, you could easily do that. You would just let's create a custom post type called recipes. That's a good one, actually. I didn't think of it before. For that, we need to install a plugin or do it in a theme. We're going to use a plugin which creates custom post types. Do all of you know what custom post types are? You know? Cool. Everybody knows. Almost.
Nobody dares.
Custom post types.
When he asks, just quickly explain instead. You can just quickly explain something if you're wondering.
Yeah, so, sorry, thank you. So a custom post type is that it's a system built into WordPress which allows you to add not only posts and pages, which you have there by default, but for example, a recipe thing. So you can add recipes, as many recipes as you want, with different content and different type of styling on the front end if you choose so. So it's a way, just like my plugin does, so post types are also a way to add a semantic or a meaningful content to your blog. Let's use this one, custom post type called UI. Is it a good one?
That's from WordPress.
Yeah, should be right.
Yep.
So it added custom post types. What we're going to do is now we're going to add a custom post type called recipe. Is it the correct spelling?
I can't see on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, can you make the screen brighter? Kaspars.
Brighter?
Yeah, brighter.
No, it's this guy.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
it's
this thing. Right.
Kill the
Project.
Or
That's better.
Now you can see
That's an idea.
Now you can start.
Is it?
R-E-C-I. Yep.
So, this doesn't matter. So I add a custom post type. So you see we have, just like we had posts and pages, we now have recipes. So when you click on recipes and add a new recipe, all you can do is add the same post content thing, which doesn't make sense because if you're adding a recipe, you definitely want something else than this box being here, right? So again, this plugin automatically creates simple attributes submenu down under your custom post types. So every time you add something new, it's always going to be there. And what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to create a group with ingredients. So we're going to list all the ingredients that you need. Plus we're going to post food photos, unlimited as well. What we're going to do is we create ingredients. This thing ID is needed only for your use later in the template file. So you just have to have it as a meaningful thing there, which you can later remember if you want to target something from there. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a checkboxes. No, we're going to add text actually, ingredient. And we're going to add amount. What I forgot to do is check the multiple box because we're going to want to add milk, sugar, flour, things like that. So we want multiple items there, unlimited, for every post type. Some dishes might need fewer of them, some need more. So when we click Add Recipe, we have this meta box here, ingredients. So ingredient would be milk, 1 liter, butter, 2000 gram. You click it, and it saves the data that you have there. If you specify the post title, which is going to be making, we're going to be making a pudding. Right. So, milk, 1 liter. So you get the idea. What I want to show you now is what we have actually built with this plugin. This is a site that hasn't been isn't public yet. It will be public in a week's time, I guess. Let's actually go into my URL. So this site is a standard or typical thing that you would find for a company. Where the plugin is being used is the employee page. So it's not showing pictures because this is my local install, but the idea is that every employee has a name and a position and a profile. And if you click on the picture, you get the whole information about the employee. And these fields are easily editable. So let's say you wanted to add a position or years spent at the company, you can add that information easily, and it's going to be available to any new employee that you add or any employee that you've already added. That is the basic functionality of this plugin. You can download it here at this URL, or you can just Google for simple attributes plugin, and you'll be able to find it. What I want to show you as a second thing is other plugins that I've developed already previously and that you might not know. So have you heard of the widget context plugin? Widget context. Okay, some of you know, but the idea is again the same. WordPress offers you the ability to add widgets to any pages or posts to the site, but the problem is that the widget gets displayed on all pages that you have on the site, right? You can't specify that I don't want the About Me widget to be not displayed on the About Me page, right? So this plugin adds a simple set of checkboxes where you can select on which pages you want to show the plugin and on which pages you want to hide the plugin, so the widget. So let's go back to this test install that I created. Add a new plugin. It's called Widget Context, and this one is available in the repo, so you can actually download it from here. So once you activate the plugin, you don't have any menus. You would just go to the normal place where you go for widgets, and we see that we have the same normal list of widgets listed here, but this is the new thing. So for every widget, you get this new box where you can say, I want to show that widget on selected thing that I'm going to select here. So if I wanted to show it only on the front page but not anywhere else, I would do just this. I would select Show on Selected and choose Front Page here. So, and what this does, Recent posts, main sidebar. Okay, should be there. So this widget now should be available only on the front page, but not anywhere else. If we go to this site, we have recent posts widget. If we go to the post, whoops. Sorry. If we go to the post,
No sidebar on that one, so it's not going to work.
where is the sidebar?
If you're at where you live and it doesn't have a sidebar button.
Doesn't
front
have?
page.
That's weird.
Like an obstacle thing.
Yeah, I'm going to take it off the front page then. So hide on front page. When you go back to this, you don't have the widget there. So you understand the idea. It's very useful for sites, especially company sites and individual blogs as well, where you have a lot of static content and you have related widgets to that content that you have on the pages, but you don't want to show it on the front page, you don't want to show it on the blog, so this is a really useful one. And you can get it from the official repo. Who wants to see a third plugin? So, what is it? I was thinking you were getting bored already. You should drink
Can
beer.
I ask you a question, Kaspars?
Yeah.
How much time do you reckon you put into widget context plugins?
At the beginning, it was like with the simple attributes plugin. I was spending days and nights on it. So presumably 2 or 3 weeks every day developing the plugin, and it's been already in the repo for at least a year and a half. So I know that a lot of people are actually using it on the production sites, and there are some problems for some users, especially if they're using a non-standards compliant theme, which doesn't have all the things that it should have. But in general, it works for everybody. So yeah, that's been a long effort already. So the next one, the third plugin, is gonna solve another annoyance in WordPress. So how many of you have used the gallery feature for inserting the galleries in the post? Can you insert Can you insert some of the thumbnails at the first part of the post? Write some text and then insert another set of posts in photos. Can you do that?
No.
You can.
Using your plugin.
Yeah, using my plugin you can. So what this does is that the crazy thing is that WordPress supports this feature by default, but it's nowhere visible in the insert images thing. So what I did with this plugin is I simply added a checkbox next to every image that you would want to insert into the gallery. And if you check that and click insert gallery, you're gonna get only those images displayed in that. So you can set, let's say, if you were on a vacation and you want to write a text about the first few days that you spent there, you're gonna insert only photos from that day plus the description, then the next day and the description. So you have this very nice feature where you can actually split the thing into parts and get around the fact that it's not supported by default. So to do that, you search for multiple galleries. Is it the name? Yeah. So you go to the result. Installs. You activate. I'm gonna write a post about my trip to Paris. Paris at night. Gonna upload the photos. I have only one actually. Where can I find others? Okay. Like all great bloggers do, they just Google images they want for their posts, right? Save image. Two will be enough. It was just a one night. So that uploads this one and that one as well. So once you've uploaded the images, you just save your changes here. If you don't want to edit the thing. So, and what you have here, you see that little checkbox next to the show link and actions row, a column there. So what this allows you to do is just tick, tick, and these two will be included in the gallery that I'm going to insert at the top of the post. So I want to link to image file, display menu order, gallery columns 2 because I have only 2 photos there. Insert. And then what I'm going to do is, it was nice, but this is better. And I'm going to include that, the last one, which I already uploaded in the previous time. Right? So, check this, insert gallery, publish. View post. Let's hope it works. I'm scrolling down. Whoa! It actually does. So what it does is it allows you to to have this functionality. And the funny thing is that WordPress allows you to do this by default, but you would need to go into HTML mode and add this include parameter with IDs of the photos that you want to include. Obviously, you don't want to go through all the photos and search for the IDs and then paste them here. So this plugin is a simple and easy way to do that. So that's it. Those two were from my previous endeavors. The last one is from my time here at Metronet. I hope you enjoy them, and if you have any questions about the plugins or these specific ones or in general, just go ahead. Yeah.
I run a few others movie club site here in Oslo. It's called Oslo Spiritual Film Club, and I have an archive section there. And we maybe have maybe 80, 90 movies in it. And we have a certain kind of template I use every time in Dreamweaver.
Okay.
And I'm thinking of just transferring all of it into WordPress.
Exactly. So you would use WordPress, custom post types, and my new plugin. That's all you need.
Because there's certain has a certain layout then.
Can we open the site now?
Spiritual film.no, yeah. Let's see.
L instead of EL. Spiritual.
Is it spiritual or spiritual?
Yeah, spiritual.
Yeah.
Spirituell film.
Eller?
Eller bare søk på Oslo Spirituelle Filmklubb. Spirituell.
Google.
Okay, there it is.
What was wrong? Oh, double L.
Okay, if you go down to archive, film archive.
Yeah.
And this is also the images will become smaller too when it's to drag the window smaller or bigger too.
Okay.
But if you just click one of them, it looks better on the monitor than what it does here. But this is a general layout.
Yeah. So the plugin that I built is exactly for this kind of thing, where you have the poster. You have a link, so you would add a new text field. You have images, as many as you want. So if you had screen grabs from the movie, you could do that. If you want a video, you would insert a new text area, and every time you paste the embed code, it would render that as a embedded YouTube player. And all this here is actually, you can make that as a data, so every field has a name and the value there, so that you can use that data later to actually search by movies that are produced in USA
Mhm.
or that were produced in Norway. So you can basically recreate the site, add a lot of filters, functionality to the way that people are able to browse the site. Not only this just listing of all the films and sorting them by year, you would have a menu here that allows you to see latest movies, that allows you to see movies in by country and stuff like that. So yeah, you could create something like that with the plugin.
Cool.
Yeah. Any other questions? No. Okay, I think we have the pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza is here. So we'll go for pizza, and if you have any questions that you don't want to ask in public, you can come by me and just go ahead.